It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit the track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to time, Matthew to the
House, baby. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, we had all that.
Good
We had
morning,
that
and-
long countdown.
Yeah,
What are you waiting
to
on?
get prepared. Good morning and welcome in here on this Wednesday morning. We appreciate y'all starting your morning with us, especially after the rough evening it was last night. If you would have gone to FanDuel and bet on McNeese money line, I'm sure you'd have made yourself quite some money.
I don't think it was probably on there. I did check when they got down, what, like 6-2?
Oh, to try to sprinkle a little
No,
bit.
because I feel like a big inning was coming. It just never happened. Jay said they got nervous.
But shout out to our friends at FanDuel. They bring you our show every single day. And usually they do have the lines ready to rock and roll. We'll make sure to keep you updated on the women's basketball line for tomorrow, so you can go in there and get ready. Because I have a feeling whatever the spread is, they're going to cover it on Flaugier Johnson's senior night. But make sure you go check out our friends over at FanDuel. Go to FanDuel's website or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And make sure to follow our pick of the day every single day. If it's not on the show, it's in the Discord, so get in there as well so you know what to bet on FanDuel. But we appreciate all of you starting your morning with us. Even though, like we said, it was a rough night. Last night, LSU baseball loses 7-6.
Almost.
Well, I mean, I guess technically, Christian, you could.
Say they lost 6-7, which is a win. So we can't frame it as that because that was a loss last night.
Right. But if it was 6-7, it's a win.
Yeah, right.
It's a success for Chrissy.
It's our fault.
It is. Dardar was expecting to see us in Section 217, and he did not. Wyatt had headed back to New Orleans and didn't want to make the trip back, which I understood. Christian had places to be.
Did you neck sucked on?
No, not last. Nope. The complete opposite.
Went to Bible
last
study
night.
last night.
Oh, nice.
And then Lloyd and I talked about it and talked about the cold weather.
Oh, yeah.
And it ended up being a 4-hour game in 30-degree weather. And so I wasn't that opposed to not being there.
Right.
But we did let Seth Dardar down.
And that was, I got to like 6:15, and I was like, we should go. I do this every time. There I am. I was like, I wanted to go. I got the juice to go, and I was like, well, it's too late now.
Yeah, no.
And then Dardar goes 0 for 4, hits into a double play, and leaves
And
one.
struck out.
And struck out, and left one at the warning track to end the game. When
Would've been a
if we
walk-off.
were there, it's a walk-off.
Yeah,
Yep.
And
100%.
he goes 4 for 4.
And
So
it's
this
on-
loss
it's
is
on
on
us.
us.
It's on
I'm
us.
taking it. I'm taking it personally.
Yeah,
We're
no,
talking about
100%.
this
Sad
dog
today.
challenge, and there's a deal on hot dogs.
Yeah, and
What are we doing?
that's what really almost got me there.
Is that every day?
I'm assuming it's for every game.
Hopefully
Maybe
it's every
just
midweek.
midweek.
I would take that.
Yeah,
That's
that-
But
it
I
would
saw
lose money if it was.
$2.50 before first pitch for
You
a
did
dog.
that math quick.
What? Oh, 4 for $10. I mean, of course.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I mean, $10 is usually one dog.
yeah, no.
I can get 4 dogs for $10.
Shove them in your nose.
That's a problem.
Chow him in my
But
mouth.
Yeah.
Yep.
there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I got you.
Gotcha.
Oh, we got the update from Poge.
Yes, Poach sent you some stats last night.
I need to get the update. I need to update the. Where is he? You too sad to come?
Too sad to come.
I think stayed up too late, fellas.
You're good. You're
Oh,
good.
we did
Walk
have-
right
yeah,
through
we-
it.
yeah,
Didn't wake
there
up.
he
Didn't
is.
wake
That
up.
boy.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Athlete.
Bottom line. That's the bottom line.
His phone wasn't ringing, which means it was dead.
We need to get a camera on him. I just want to know what he
A
does.
reality television show on Old Poach.
Yeah. Because I know what he does for 9 innings.
Yeah, I mean, he was on
Well, at
field
least
crew.
two
I
of
think he
them.
just took the loss hard. Like,
Probably.
it really resonated with him.
But we had, I think this was by the 5th inning, we had 2 pin throws.
Yep.
Which that thing's getting abused.
It is.
We had 1 pump fake clipboard toss.
Ah,
One swing at the whiteboard.
Right.
And a team meeting.
and rightfully
That's coaching
so.
your ass off.
Rightfully so.
Yep.
Because, and look,
They did show him a lot, and he was doing the thing.
well, and it worked because the second through fourth inning, the second inning through the fourth inning was where the game was lost. I mean, that's where you lost the game. They obviously adjusted after, I would assume, those pin throws and meetings, because they then score 4 runs through the remainder of the game and put up a bunch of zeros for McNeese. But they lose 7-6. They give up 4 in the second, 3 in the fourth. They shut McNeese down after that, but it was too late at that point. LSU scores 2 in the first, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and 1 in the eighth to lose 7-6 last night in Alec Bach Stadium. And look, was it pretty? No. It never is. When you lose to a team that obviously you are more talented than in your home stadium, it's not going to be pretty. Something went wrong, and last night you didn't hit the ball all that well, but really it was the pitching. I think I liked what you saw from Paz in the first inning. When he first got out there, it seemed like I didn't think the moment was too big for him. The first start at home, the whole thing. And then in the second inning, it got away from him a little bit. He obviously, you see his stat line there, gives up a hit, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and he also hit a batter.
He had
As
5
well.
walks and 6 hit by pitches. 11 people put on for free.
That's 11. That's 11 free passes, and you're very rarely going to win games with 11 free passes, especially when and LSU drew 8 walks and got hit by 1 pitch. So that's 9 free passes, but you lose the free pass battle, and that's one that I think probably would be one to keep an eye on with this LSU team. It's kind of where those are numbers that kind of really describe this team, right? Pitching wise, you don't want to give up free bat. You want to put balls in play. You want to trust that defense and not give up free bases. You saw it last night. You go out there and you walk 1 batter, boom, you're right back out.
Oh, yeah.
You're not walking somebody. It's not acceptable. And then offensively, LSU wants to draw walks. They want to apply pressure on the pitcher. They want to get free passes and get on base. So when they lose the free pass battle,
That's why the game was 4 hours.
very rarely are they going to be able to be as effective. And last night, you look back at those pitching numbers. I mean, there were 1, 2, 3, 4 guys that pitched an inning or more. It was spot play after that. Williams for 2/3, Dothy for 2/3, Rizzi for 2/3, Lockenmeyer for 1/3, Garcia for
He
2/3,
looked good.
Cowan for 1/3. Yeah, and I thought Garcia came in and did some things well. Reagan Ricken had 4 strikeouts in that game last night. He obviously did walk a batter as well, but he had 4 strikeouts, and I thought showed some promise. Ultimately it was just a rough game, and you're going to have those. We talked about it with Mikey on Monday, coming out of the weekend where you've been so impressive. He was like, "Look, at some point you're going to drop the ball. At some point you're not going to pitch as well. You're not going to hit as well. You're going to run into something that doesn't go your way. How do you flip the switch and learn from it?" What was the Dylan Cruz quote? You learn the most about your team after a loss?
Yep.
This is the first one of the year for LSU. They were sitting at 8-0, and they dropped their first game in the midweek to McNeese. And we've had the conversation many a times before.
At least it's now. I mean, it's so early in the season.
Well, you were going to lose one.
And you get the target off your back for future midweeks, honestly.
Potentially. I mean, you were gonna lose a game at some point, and now for this team, like you said, it happened this early in the season. Snap and get right. And we've said it plenty of times.
We should have known.
Last season, they get run ruled by Northwestern State in the midweek, and they win a national championship. In 2023, they lost to ULL in the midweek.
Nichols
in the midweek, and then they win the national championship. Right.
It's kind of a rite of passage.
Those things happen. You're gonna drop one of those.
Whoever can do it without losing in midweek is the greatest LSU baseball team ever.
There you go.
There you
I
go.
said it.
It won't be this one.
That's
then.
a criteria.
2026 already out as they lose to McNeese State, and I understand the feeling of you should never lose to an in-state school. You should never lose to a team like that when you're that much better. But it's baseball, and sometimes baseball is going to baseball. And the good thing moving forward is there's not a man that you trust more than Jay Johnson to get him right and keep him moving.
And here is Jay talking about the loss a little bit and what he saw from his squad.
I think, like, I could sense, like, I felt like they felt a lot of pressure as we were behind in the game, and it was like I was a little surprised at that because we were behind opening day, we were behind against Indiana. I feel like there was maybe one other one in there, maybe not actually. We played so well. In the middle of the game, I tried to like shake him to like, hey man, nobody's gonna like, come after you like for losing the game. For me, it's about how we play, and I wanted to get them back on track, and I thought that they did that, and I thought they competed in the game fine. Like we didn't not care about. We took the game lightly or anything like that. So the message was just, we've done a really good job here respecting winning and what it takes to win. And part of that is learning the lessons, from something like this. And then you leave this one behind and you get ready for Friday. And so I'm confident we can do that. And just like, I think they need to know, like, I hate to say it, but losing is part of this. Just because we haven't lost a lot here in a while, like it is part of this thing. Like that's why the winning feels good. So detach from that, focus on how we could have played a little bit better. How can we learn from it, use it for improvement, and that was really the message.
After a loss, how Jay Johnson feels about it is how I'm going to feel about it. And he saw the response in the latter half, like Lloyd said, after that team meeting that Poge had his eyes on. They responded. They outscored McNeese 4-0.
And had runners on first and second in the ninth with nobody out.
Right. They put themselves in a position to win that game. And the conversation, because this is the thing. If they find a way to score those two base runners in the ninth inning and win this game 8-7 in walk-off fashion, even with the same mistakes happening earlier in the game, you don't talk about it the same way. You talk about it a little bit different because ultimately you won it, but still those same mistakes happened.
They're still there.
They still happened. Even if you score those two base runners or not, you still walked and gave 11 guys a free base and did not hit all that well when you look at the batting numbers for this team. And so you needed the wake-up call, and I think this team is mature. I think it is a very, very focused and locked-in team, and they're all bought into Jay Johnson's message, and he's telling you right there what he's telling them. And there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to listen and they're going to agree and they're going to move forward and they're going to be better for it. Because Jay Johnson has got this thing in control. And he also taught, I think there was another quote that came out. I don't know if it was a video, but I saw he said, he could have reverse engineered it and gone to Sheeran earlier in the game. And that's part of it. He put guys out there to give them opportunities. And whether they answered or not, you saw some guys step in and do a good job. But could have gone to Sheeran earlier and maybe stopped some of that bleeding a little bit sooner. Because, I mean, ultimately it was the second and the fourth inning that did it to you. You give up 4 in the second and 3 in the fourth. That's all 7 of their runs right there early in the game. They put zeros on the board after that. And LSU scores 4, and it's just not able to come all the way back and win it. And they fall to 8-1. And so I thought they responded extremely well, like Jay did in those last handful of innings. I thought you saw some good things from a handful of those arms that came in. I mean, you saw a lot of pitchers last night. Paz, Williams, Dolly, Rizzi, Lockenmeyer, Ricken, Garcia, Cowan, Shear, and Newt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 arms last night you got to look at. And I thought there were some things, because that was one of the things we walked out from the weekend saying there's a lot of guys you didn't even get a look at. And a handful of those guys are right here on this list. I thought Paz's start looked good. I think Cooper Williams maybe hasn't been exactly what the expectations were coming in, but there's obviously still room for growth. Dolly came in this game earlier than I anticipated. He's been coming in kind of later in ball games. But you saw it kind of got away, so they went to Rizzi. And went to Rizzi earlier.
That's when they started. It felt like taking it a little seriously.
That's when the game shifted. When 17 starts trotting in there, it's like, okay, maybe this is a little different mindset. Then they go to Lockenmeyer, and I thought Reagan Ricken once again showed some good things. Still a freshman, still has some growth to do. But I mean, he comes in, he strikes out 4 out of the 7 batters he faced. He gives up 2 hits and walks 1.
No runs.
But he doesn't give up any runs. I mean, they blanked him after that. Santiago Garcia came in. Those 2 strikeouts were massive in the game when he came in. Cowan only came in, faced faced 2 batters. And he got pulled. You walk a guy, you get pulled. It happened with Lockenmeyer and Cowan. It was like if you give a guy a free pass, you're coming out of this ball game. And that's what happened. And then obviously Devin Sheeran, absolutely electric at the end of that game to help close it out and get up out of there and give you a chance to try and win it at the end. Lloyd, some of your thoughts on last night?
Well, if you throw 10, that's usually not a good sign because you were trying to find somebody, because they did fall into a little bit of, we talked about the free bases, but then it became, if you give up 1 free pass, you're coming out the baseball game. Like they got to a point where it was, I'm tired of looking at this. So it's for somebody to go in there and throw strikes. But I think the response of kind of what he said after tells me everything that I need to know. Like, they've already had a team meeting. While he was speaking, the team met with themselves. Like, they did sound like a players-only thing, but they wanted to get together and talk about it. So they did that. Like, I understand the, reaction from some to lose a midweek game, but we all knew that the other foot was going to drop at some point. Like, you're not going to go undefeated. Jay said losses are a part of this thing.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. You left runners on base, and you tried. If LSU gives up more walks than they take, they're probably going to lose because
100%.
of how disciplined they are at the plate. I think they did get outside of themselves at a couple of times in a couple of ABs where it felt like people were trying to change the score, trying to hit a 5-run homer with nobody on base. There were some overswings of people that were trying to leave the ballpark to get something going instead of kind of what they've done up to this point, which was get people on base and turn this thing around with double after double after double. Then you put up 7. There was no crooked inning really for LSU. So not the worst thing in the world. York leaves the ballpark, which is awesome. Pearson leaves the ballpark. And I think all of this, from the offensive standpoint, it was you finally faced a team that was below the hitting speed. And that was the first time after coming off a tournament where you played some higher competition. And it's been a lot of games and not a lot of days.
Yeah.
And Jay talked about that as well, where he said,
could have spread it out a little bit more.
Maybe I should have done this on Wednesday as opposed to Tuesday. Giving them an extra day, which I think makes sense. They probably are. They've been playing a lot of baseball. They've been traveling, get back from Jacksonville, turn around, and you have to play. You
get 1 day off, and then you're playing ball.
And it's McNeese's World Series.
You saw what it meant to them after.
It's all people from Louisiana that want to play at Alec Box, and they want to beat LSU because they'll remember that forever.
Of course.
And you saw that at the end of the game where they rushed the field. It's like, sweet. I get it, because if I was on, they all wanted to play for LSU at one point.
Yeah.
And now they're playing against LSU. It's like, well, I'm going to shove it up their ass because they didn't pick me. And so they get their win. But other than that, I mean, you still saw a team that didn't play very well and that still had a chance to win. And at the end of the day, it's a midweek that Arkansas lost to.
Yeah,
this
bad.
is just one of those things
And
that's
McNeese
going to
is still
happen.
3-5. That one counted one just for them.
Right.
It counted one loss for us.
But yeah, people throwing 65 miles an hour after you've been
Well, yeah.
seeing 90.
And I saw it on, I think it was Jake Brown's strikeout, where it was this big bender from a lefty
64
going right
miles an
at him,
hour.
and it was just slowly dropping. And he just, like you could tell, he was kind of guessing. Like it's completely different than anything they had faced up to this point. So it's a good shake back.
And it was their first cold game. It was like
Yeah.
actually cold last night. I mean, that's obviously it was cold for McNeese too, but still like that's weird. It's a weird game.
It was. Why? Some of your takeaways from last night?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that it happened last night after we talked so much like yesterday and like last
should
week
have
about
known.
Jay talking about like most college baseball games are lost.
Mm-hmm.
Well, LSU lost that game last night. Like you handed it to McNeese. You had 11 free passes. 5 hit batters is the one that is crazy to me. Like as 6 walks is not overly bad, but 5 hit batters, I mean, that's just got to improve. But it is what it is. Like Lloyd said, I listened to it last night, what Jay said about you played so many games in so many days. You had one day off, and I think Jay said that he practiced them yesterday anyway.
Yeah.
So, it's not overly concerning. You obviously want to win every game that you play, but it's not the biggest deal in the world to me. But certainly some things they need to improve on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think your point is exactly right. I mean, Jay talked about it. We talked about it. Was that when in baseball games, a lot of teams lose them, and the strength of this LSU baseball team is going to be not losing them. Other teams can win them, but you just don't lose them. And last night it was the case of the opposite. LSU giving up those free passes lost the game, not taking advantage of opportunities when they were at the plate. Like Lloyd said, it was 2-1, no outs, and then at the bottom of the ninth, right? Like you got to take advantage of that. You got to find a way to take
I
advantage
thought for
of.
sure, but it just felt like they finally put together some at bats, and it felt like, oh, okay, you're gonna be able to escape this one with a win,
Right.
And you just kind of fizzled at the end.
Yeah, just weren't able to.
And you're 2 of 10 with runners in scoring position. A lot of what people look at whenever you lose 3 of 17 with runners on.
Right. They got to shake back.
How you lose.
They got to shake back, and they've got a good opportunity this weekend.
And now you're starting to see still no Stanfield yet.
Right.
It feels like you need to get him back in the outfield. And now Aaron Beatty goes down. I don't know how serious it is.
Yeah, that'll be something to obviously keep an eye on. I remember watching, during the game, seeing Cerna go up to bat and kind of, Cerna did make a great play. I think he threw somebody out at third. It was the one that went
Well,
to
he was
review,
safe,
and then he ended up being safe. But it was a great throw.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't his fault at all.
Good slide.
It was. But I was surprised when I saw Cerna come into the ball game, and then obviously you hear Jay talk about it after and say that it's a foot injury, and that Cade said he couldn't go. And so Cerna stepped in. So that's obviously will be something to keep an eye on in addition to Stanfield as those guys recover from whatever it is that's going on injury-wise, the hand and the foot. But they've got a good opportunity this weekend. They play 4 games this weekend, right? They play it's Dartmouth and it's Northeastern.
Yeah.
4-game slate, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, where they play 2 games against each of those teams, which obviously that's a lot of baseball games, right? They get today and tomorrow off, and then it's right back to it, 4 days of baseball this weekend. But it's going to be a good opportunity for them to shake back. Because if I remember correctly, Northeastern is a pretty good program, right?
Yeah, they were in the tournament last year. I think they were like everyone's dark horse, like lower tier program to go to Omaha last year. I think they were a 2 or a 3 seed. So yeah, it's a good program. I don't know much about Dartmouth though.
Yeah. Well, you play Dartmouth on Friday, Northeastern Saturday, Dartmouth Sunday, Northeastern again on Monday before you face ULL on Wednesday. And so and then it's back to another weekend series against Sacramento State. So I mean, there's not much of a break, right? You get a Tuesday, you get today and tomorrow off. You get a Tuesday off between Northeastern and ULL. You get a Thursday off before that weekend, and then it's just kind of to the normal schedule before you get into SEC. So it's a lot of games and not that many days, and it'll be interesting to watch how LSU kind of responds this weekend against Dartmouth and Northeastern after dropping their first game of the season last night to McNeese, 7-6. We will have Jacques Doucet join us in about 30 minutes, 9 a.m. this morning. JD will make his way onto the show to talk all things LSU sports, obviously. He's been a very, very busy man this time of the year. You got baseball, you got men's and women's basketball, you got obviously football's year-round at this point. I believe they've got their sports line high school player of the year, the finalists, the 9 finalists coming out this Thursday, so tomorrow. So obviously working hard on that as well. We will talk to him, like we said, at the top of the second hour, 9 a.m. this morning. I did see an article put out yesterday by Pete Nakos on 3 that discusses a little bit about LSU football, where it says college football's transfer portal, the biggest spenders, highest paid players, and more on the massive NIL battles. And so obviously he's talking about the offseason, looking back at the transfer portal window and all the money that was spent. And in the section labeled top spenders, Pete Nakos says, of the 14 Power 4 general managers and staffers that On3 spoke with, 10 of those 14 mentioned LSU as the top spender in the transfer portal. In their first transfer portal with new head coach Lane Kiffin, the Tigers ranked number 2 in the On3 team transfer portal rankings. Multiple general managers believe that LSU has the highest payroll in the sport entering the 2026 season, exceeding $40 million. The Tigers ultimately bringing in 40 new players via the transfer portal. They've got the most expensive roster in the sport, one SEC general manager told On3. They're definitely at least $40 million, a Big 12 general manager added. They also discuss a handful of other schools, Texas, Texas Tech, Miami, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Indiana, and they also bring up Wisconsin as well. But they obviously, the first excerpt here in this article is LSU focused. And I don't think this is a surprise to anybody, right? I think everyone anticipated LSU spent a lot of money. You don't go get Sam Leavitt and Jordan Seaton and that top level of talent, but also you see it right there. They brought in 40 players. So if you do the math, right?
$1 million
$40 million, 40 players. What is it?
$1 million.
$1 million.
Everyone. You get
a
$1 million. You get $1 million. I get $1 million. Sam Leavitt, you get $5 million.
Right. So
Seaton, you get
obviously
$8 million.
It's not $1 million for every player. There were players that you didn't spend $1 million on, but you spent $40 million on 40 new players, according to these general managers that are speaking here. They also talk about the top paid transfer quarterbacks, and of course Sam Leavitt's name comes up there. That price that got driven up big time on Leavitt, the latest I heard was he's in a similar range to Sorsby, an SEC NIL operator told On3. And then this quote, Sam Leavitt is legit, don't get it twisted. Another GM in the mix for Leavitt mentioned. So you can see there some of the top players there. It says Seaton's numbers give me heartburn for what's coming next year. An SEC NIL operator reached out to about the talented tackle, but did not pursue. I've heard anywhere from $3 to $6 million on him alone. I think $3 million I can wrap my head around. Anything more, no way.
It's just numbers on a screen anyway. Money these days.
Fair enough. I mean, there is a lot of money floating up around college sports.
What's the difference between 3 and 6 anyway?
It's double.
If you have 3 to spend on college football players, well, you have 6.
There you go.
It's just a matter of who says yes.
It's just a matter of what numbers you got on your screen. You know, I don't have $3 million on my screen.
Right. Well, I think that's the thing.
$900.
I think that's the thing that's surprising people is it's LSU that's the number one spender. Whenever you know about Texas Tech having a billionaire booster, you know about
Texas and oil money.
Texas
and Oregon and Phil Knight.
Right. And Michigan and what they're doing. It's just LSU is the one that you would think doesn't have it, but now you look around and you go, okay, you fired Brian Kelly, you paid his buyout even though you tried not to. $40 million on just the roster, and you spent $100 million.
Right, that's why I don't think the conversation around Matt McMahon and like actually looking at it and going,
they don't have the money.
Do you have the money for that? Is not a crazy thought to have, right? Because I mean, $10 million to get rid of him and his staff. Then you pay a buyout. Then you pay a new coach, and then his staff, and then a roster. I mean, that's another $40-50 million you spend. Mm-hmm. When you just, like Lloyd said, you just bought out Brian Kelly, right? That was $50 million. Then you pay Lane Kiffin $13 million a year. You keep Blake Baker at $3 million a year. You get how much was what's his name? Charlie Weiss. He's $2.5 million a year.
Right.
Kevin Smith is $1 million a year. So you spend all this money, and then you spend a lot of money. Really, the conversation was before Kelly was fired. Does LSU have $50 million? Well, actually, they have like $200 million, obviously, that we just saw them spend. And so it's not surprising to see LSU's name atop these articles and these discussions when it comes to the biggest spenders, because they did spend big. It's not possible to get Sam Levitt, Prince Monmiel, and Jordan Seaton and all these top guys without spending the money. That is the sport, and LSU did it. And that's why I think the expectations are as high as they are, because you don't spend $40 million and not expect to be a contender or to be a top 10 program because you spent top 3 money and $40 million on your roster this past offseason. So huge stuff for Lane Kiffin in his first year at LSU. As like you saw in that article, $40 million on this roster, 40 new players. Exciting. And that's part of what I'm excited to get out to spring practice to see. Just to see the 40 new guys. And then addition to the freshmen that have made it to campus. I mean, you're going to have upwards of 50 to 60 new players on this roster that did not play football for LSU last season that you're going to get to meet and watch on the spring practice field. So I'm excited to get out there and see that. I did want to talk about this yesterday, but I couldn't find the tweet, but I did find it last night. It is on the same conversation of Lane Kiffin, where Lane Kiffin obviously posted a tweet when he was watching LSU versus Missouri women's basketball. Love watching women's sports win at LSU women's basketball. Hashtag just different. Hashtag crowd up by 48. He posted that, and there is a reply that went viral. And it was a picture of Lane Kiffin sitting in front of him. So this replier, this tweeter, obviously took a picture of Lane Kiffin sitting there right in front of him, or supposedly, using that as reference to say, hey, I was there from the media timeout in the third to the media timeout in the fourth. He came to take this pic to prove a point to Coach Yo and then left. This was from at Griffin 2 Cox was the name. Nice. How about that? Quite the name he's got, but it does say LSU, Ole Miss, class of 30, formerly Ratchet City Tiger, views enthusiast he is. And so Mr. Griffin 2 Cox.
Two claps for
no,
2 Cox.
Actually, not at all. Because he doesn't love Lane or love LSU. Because this is the dumbest tweet to gain traction in the world. And that was the only reason I wanted to bring it up, because it obviously got 168.4 thousand views, 93 reposts, 55 replies, 395 likes, 27 bookmarks. And my thought process is, I don't care how long Lane Kiffin was at the basketball game. I would rather my head coach be in the office working. But he made his way over. He was there for the media timeout in the third to the media timeout in the fourth. It was also a 50-point game. What was there to watch? Just to continue to watch Missouri get drummed in the PMAC? But on top of that, he made his way over. He showed up, he took the picture, he posted it, and not only was it a knock at Coach Yo, but it was also promotion for LSU women's basketball. He doesn't need to be there from tip-off to the buzzer to truly promote that team and that brand. And so I thought it was so stupid that this was actually gaining traction, and that people, whether it's LSU fans getting upset about it or Ole Miss fans that are saying, hey, guess what? We tried to tell you guys this is who he is. What is who he is? That he doesn't sit and watch a 50-point win and stay until the end?
That's what I'm saying. He's not on the staff. A lot of people left.
I'd have walked out. It was a 50-point game.
Yeah, it's 50.
Yeah.
Beat the traffic. Well, he's also got other things to do.
And he walked over from his job to take a little bit of a break.
To
And he
check
walked-
out the game,
yeah,
to post a picture and promote it.
and then he left.
To do what?
Back to work.
Get back to work.
What was our complaint about Brian Kelly? Never worked.
And he also didn't show up at these
I mean, he
things.
didn't-
What?
Nothing.
Cranking it?
Yeah, he was just cranking it for, 4 years?
But if any LSU fans are out there that got upset about this, and I would assume they didn't, because there's nothing to get upset about.
He also had his niece and nephew with like Cookie, and then I don't know what his niece's name is. But like it could have very easily been a situation where they're all hanging out at football ops, whatever, he's working or maybe he's not working, whatever. And they're like, oh, there's a women basketball game today because he's the football coach. He's not tied into like, knowing the schedules for all these other teams. And there's like, oh, do you guys want to go over and hang out for a little bit? You get there in the third quarter and you're like, oh, they are absolutely drumming this poor basketball team. Let's go get Torchies or something. Like it's really not that deep.
It's not deep at all.
Well, I think it's because it's Ole Miss, right?
Of course.
Yeah, that's all
where
it
the
is.
And that's
traction-
probably why he didn't want to go in the first place. It's like, this will just cause a scene. I'm trying to you don't want to be a distraction for something that you're not even coaching. But then it became, oh, look, there's 3 seats right there. Maybe I'll go pop in and see what's up.
I think
and promote the program.
Yeah.
It's good for LSU women's basketball, for the LSU head football coach that's also viral on social media to post a picture of him there and prop them up.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. And it, to me, is another example of Lane Kiffin proving that he gets it. Because he could very easily just not step into the PMAC and not really use what all LSU has to offer. Rohan Davies sat right here yesterday and said Lane Kiffin gets it. He understands that all of these things work hand in hand. Propping up the LSU baseball program helps because guess what? There are football players that want to play football and baseball. And now you can have Lane Kiffin and Jay Johnson recruit. And also you can sit there and be friends with Jay Johnson and say, hey, coach, how do you win? How have you done this, right? LSU women's basketball lining up at the spring game where football recruits wanting to take a picture with Angel Reese and Flau'jae Johnson because some of the biggest superstars that have ever stepped foot on LSU's campus in the last decade have been LSU women's basketball players. And so now you get to have Kim Mulkey on your side. You also get to look at Coach Kim and say, guess what? Coach, how do you win? How have you done this for so long? How did you build it at Baylor and then come to LSU and build it again from the ground up? It was broken before you got here. Coach Mulkey, how'd you do it? How do you operate in Louisiana? All of these things. And he's done such a good job at understanding those things and getting the fan base behind him. And whether you think he is a fake or a fraud for showing up in the third quarter and leaving in the fourth, which is just so ignorant to sit and bash the coach for showing up. I mean, LSU fans, like we said, we're begging for that. Just show up. That's all you need to do is show up. And Lane Kiffin is showing up. He trotted over from his office where he's working to check out the game. He's watching a team get beat by 40 to 50 points, walks back to the office, get back to work.
They'd complain about whatever he does. If he was there 30 minutes before the game and stayed and hung out on the court with the fans and the team, they'd be like, well, what, he doesn't have work to do?
Right, exactly.
Whatever he does, the Ole Miss fans are going to be in the comments. Like, they're under the comments of the LSU baseball Twitter right now. Like, that's all they care about. It's insane.
It's unbelievable. But I'm happy to have Lane Kiffin on our side.
Yeah.
And to be able to sit here and defend him into the microphone and to get to see him sitting courtside watching the game, showing up for LSU women's basketball, using all that LSU has to offer. Because like Rohan said yesterday, LSU offers you a lot. And there's 2 coaches on campus right there in Kim Mulkey and Jay Johnson who have come to LSU when the programs that they were taking over had kind of lost their way. LSU women's basketball was a nothing program before Kim got here. They won a natty 2 years later. They're the biggest brand in the sport 2 years later and have been consistently since. You look at LSU baseball. LSU baseball had lost its way. They hadn't won since 2009, a program that in the 90s won basically every year. It wasn't the same, and then Jay Johnson gets here 2 years later. Guess what? You've got a ring on your finger, and then 2 years later, guess what? You got another one. In the new era of sports, in this pressure cooker that is Baton Rouge and Louisiana, those two people have figured it out and done it right. And Lane Kiffin is doing it right as well, following their lead, asking their direction, and understanding there's coaches on campus that have done something I haven't, and that's win a national championship. And he's continuing to prop them up, learn from them, and just handle it right now in Baton Rouge, and it's exciting to see. So shout out to Coach Kiffin. Shout out to Coach Kim Mulkey and Coach Jay Johnson for creating monsters that you can learn from. But I do want to go through and give a 2 claps this morning to another coach. Lloyd, I don't know if you saw this. This might be news to you. Our guy, Coach Kyle Caskey.
Yeah.
He's got him worked closely with Coach Caskey for a handful of years. And
Oh, wait.
that was always his goal.
To get back in the
Was to
league.
get back in the pros. You want to get back to the NFL.
This is his second job in the offseason. He was hired by the, United Football League or
Well, he'd been with the UFL for a handful of years. He got offered the Southern OC job when Coach Falk took over there, but opted to not take that job and is now the offensive quality control coach for the Minnesota Vikings. So shout out to Coach Caskey, obviously a very good friend of ours, a good friend of the show, and he's made his way back into professional football. Obviously, he was with the Jags when Urban Meyer was there. That obviously didn't end the greatest. He had come back to Baton Rouge, and he worked with us for a little bit. He ends up being the offensive coordinator at Denham Springs before getting the chance to work with ULL a little bit, I believe, and get into the UFL and coach there. And then now he has made his way back into professional football. Coach Caskey, 2 claps, ready.
That's awesome.
That was pretty cool to see, man. I saw it popped up on my timeline this morning, and it was pretty awesome to see for Caskey. Super, super happy for him, and always appreciative of the time he spent with us. Taught me a lot about football,
I was
tell you
about
what.
to say, very good offensive mind.
Learned a lot.
Good hire.
It's the most I've ever learned, probably in my life, was sitting there watching him. I mean, his face doing the film breakdown defensively from the 2023 Ole Miss loss it's probably some of the best content we've ever done. Was just that right there. On top of that was also when him and Rowe both broke down LSU Tennessee 2022 was excellent. But his face, he was like, there's really nothing technically for me to talk about here other than that is an
bad.
awful angle. They can't tackle. They're just bad. I was like, yeah, they're just bad.
He consistently would be like, look, I'm not here to shit on college players or tell you that they're bad, that they can't. It's like, there's nothing really good to say, and it's every play there's something going wrong.
Right.
And it's just like, there's nothing, they're bad. I'm going to have to say it because they are. And he was right.
He was.
And then also we watched the maturation of Jaden Daniels from his perspective, which was very cool to see because it was the year of like Jaden kind of he wouldn't let the football go. Right. It was you saw some flashes, but he's like look, what they're scheming up, guys are open. He's not trusting to see it or throw it.
Oh yeah.
And then it became
he's letting that thing fly.
You got to see the maturation and like the evolution of him through a coach's eyes.
Right.
He's like, this is the difference, and this is now he's the best player in the sport.
Well, in one of the takes that I have died behind most ever in this career has been that Josh Williams was a professional running back.
Yeah, called that
and the
too.
reason why was because Coach Caskey told me before the 2022 football season, hey, Josh Williams is a professional running back. And I was like, really? The guy that's been here for like
5 years.
5 years, and that is
Well, because he coached running backs for the Bengals.
Right,
And
right.
so
He
he's
knew.
Like, he's
He
like, I know
knows.
what I'm looking at, and these types of players, he might not get drafted, but he is somebody that's going to make a roster and stay on a roster, and that's exactly
what
what happened.
happened.
Cool.
He's a professional running back,
Yeah,
and
I guess that's why you coach in
That's
the
why,
NFL.
and that's why I died on that hill, because I trusted that man's opinion. So shout out to Coach Caskey. It's been fun working with him the last couple of years, and excited for him now that he's officially back in.
He's got his work cut out with him, cut out for him with J.J. McCarthy. Unfortunate.
Yeah, but he's got Jay Jettas there.
And that's true,
That's exciting.
but
No, I mean, look.
a lot of J's.
When the thing is with
They should have kept Sam Darnold.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl winning quarterback. He is working with one of the best offensive minds in O'Connell.
Oh yeah,
the Vikings
Well,
coach.
that's where you feel confident, and he doesn't have to have the, or at least you hope, the Urban Meyer scenario where
What, kicking kickers?
Well, yeah, and they're gonna everybody's gonna get fired. Like we're not. I'm gonna be persona non grata for a little bit just because I was on the staff.
Right.
But you were part of the Urban Meyer thing.
We don't really.
Yeah,
wanna,
you're not getting a job again. You're not getting, and Urban Meyer's not getting a job again either.
Ever.
So you're screwed. And so you saw him take the circuitous route back to the NFL, and ultimately this is what he wanted to do. But coaching is such an odd profession.
It is
Because
very.
we make fun of like the good old boys club, and like it's very the nepotism and the fraternal.
The revolving door.
If you're in the league, you can get back in the league, but whenever you get kicked out because you joined the wrong staff,
right.
you have to go back through high school to college to the UFL to ultimately now I'm quality control in the NFL. It took him 4 years to get back in the league because Urban Meyer is a piece of shit.
No, that was the thing. Like I remember when we were doing the 2023 version of Cassie's Clicker when he was coaching at Denham. He was the OC there. He was like, I was like, when are you cutting these clips? He was like, during class. He's like, I mean, I don't really want to teach. I just kind of cutting
That's
these.
awesome.
He's like rewatching the games and cutting the clips from the games instead of teaching. And that's because the man shouldn't be a teacher. He should be coaching football.
A football coach.
What class was he teaching? What was this?
I don't remember what it
Probably
was.
history.
Something.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Civics.
He
the
learned
classic,
it over the summer.
the classic coach route you do. You take
Film.
Do what?
Show your students your film.
Yeah. You rewatch film with the kids.
Yeah, you throw on the tube. When you're cutting up tape.
Yep.
You can learn whatever on YouTube anyway.
Oh, you can. You learn whatever you want. But shout out to Coach Caskey. We appreciate him. We appreciate all of you hanging out with us. We appreciate AJ Sports Cards from bringing you our show every single day. Shout out to our sponsor, AJ's Sports Cards, right there on Drusilla Lane. Yesterday, our guy, Paul Jared Zarang, who's Paulie Z, has been in the chat ever since we started this thing. Been very active on the social medias. And they've been doing the pick to click, him and a handful of other LSU accounts on Twitter. And the one that they did yesterday, there was a giveaway involved with it. It was the William Schmidt signed ball from our friends at AJ Sports Cards. So shout out to Paulie Z for getting over to AJ Sports Cards and making that possible. Because good people help good people. And AJ Sports Cards is the best in the business. Make sure you go check them out on social media, and you will see this graphic right here. They have announced the 2 AJ Sports Card shows coming up in 2026. The first one Saturday, May 2nd. The second one much later, Saturday, December 12th. Sports cards, Pokemon, memorabilia, graded cards, singles, slabs, sealed. You can buy, sell, trade, and it is for all ages. So make sure you go check it out. And if you want to be a vendor, contact AJ Sports Cards for info. You can call, DM, or stop by. You can DM them on their social media, AJ Sports Cards on Facebook, at AJ Sports Cards 225BR on Instagram. You can stop by their office or their building, 3348 Drusilla Lane here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or call them 225-831-4508. You can also just let us know, and we'll pass the word along as well for you. And if you do reach out, make sure you tell them you heard about it here on Tingle & Co. They've helped you bring our show ever since we began. So we will be joined by the best in the business, Jacques Doucet, the sports director over there at WAFB, as he's a busy man covering everything around LSU and preparing for their sports line high school player of the year that they will announce the finalists for tomorrow. I've got a feeling There's some pretty good talent in that mix because Christian, you and I have both watched a good bit of high school football here around Baton Rouge, and there's some pretty good players. So make sure you check that out as well. We'll take a quick break here and come right back to start hour number 2 with Jacques Doucet.
The third, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here to hour number 2 on this Wednesday morning as we are live from our Southern Regional Medical Center studios, and we are joined by the best in the business, the sports director over at WFB, Jacques Doucet, joins us to talk all things LSU. JD, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Great to be with you guys. I don't know how good of a guest I'm going to be in some regards. I know LSU baseball lost 7-6 last night. I know LSU softball won 9-3 last night, and that's about all I know on those two topics. But we can talk about a lot of other stuff. So good to be with you guys this morning. I'm off topic. I'm driving down Lee, and they just opened that place, Fuego, and I'd like to get some tacos and maybe a margarita there in the near future.
Oh, well, you just let us know, and we'll be there.
Between that and
you
trivia,
go, right?
we got a couple of dates.
All right. Well, I think we need to make that happen. I know that both of you are sacrificing for Lent and are giving things up, but we'll have to indulge one day.
I agree. Well, I want to start with the LSU football head coach, maybe not specifically about football itself, but there was a women's basketball game against Ole Miss late last week where the Tigers go on the road and they get a big comeback victory, and there are these cutouts of LSU's head football coach's face being waved around in the stands. Then obviously he gets active on social media after that. What are some of your takeaways from that victory by the Tigers, but also just maybe the activity around LSU, Ole Miss, and Lane Kiffin?
Well, I mean, that's certainly a new aspect of things where the women's head basketball coach at Ole Miss is tweeting that Lane Kiffin never cared about women's sports, didn't support it, and then is saying, Pete Golding, our coach now, our coach who won a playoff game, trying to get their digs in, he supports us. And then she tweeted, I think, a video from like a celebrity softball game of her striking him out, Kiffin, swinging and missing. So an interesting exchange back and forth there. Certainly, Kiffin leaned into himself a little bit. I think he tweeted all the cutouts of himself and said, good crowd at the LSU Ole Miss game last night, which was a big win for LSU. It might be one of those wins you reflect back on and say that really, I don't want to say turned the season around, because LSU's obviously having a great season, but it certainly looked like they were on their way to back-to-back losses again, down by 13 the other night. And, I think it helped LSU a little bit that Ole Miss was playing their third game in 5 days. I think they got gassed a bit, and then Malaysia Full-Wiley certainly turned it on. And, she can be a bit of a wild horse at times, but certainly was able to, kind of harness and control herself and take over the game. So that was a huge win for LSU, and also some interesting back and forth, letting you know that Brian Kelly is no longer the head coach at LSU. These are things that are now going on that certainly weren't going on in the previous. How long did Kelly make it? 4 seasons.
Yeah,
3.5.
No, for sure. I mean, it definitely adds an interesting aspect to all those LSU Ole Miss matchups. I think baseball in April will be just as exciting when they get out there. But I want to ask you about you talked to Grace Knox after obviously that win against Ole Miss. She was involved. There was a technical foul and there was a common foul that I didn't think was really that bad, but a lot of people were upset about it. She's for me been so impressive in her freshman season. But what were some of your key takeaways from that sit down with her?
Well, I'm appreciative that LSU made her available. We'd been talking about doing a sit down with her, and then last week, as you mentioned, late third quarter, she blocks the shot, gets called for the foul, and then gets a bit demonstrative and gets called for a technical, and then gets put on the bench, and then the cameras caught her with some colorful language on the bench afterwards, and I think there might have been some colorful language leaving the floor as well, and she didn't play against Missouri Sunday, so I'm thinking that probably the sit-down interview is off. Yeah, they were like, hey, we're going to scrap this and do it another week, but I mean, they made her available, and I was extremely, extremely impressed with Grace Knox sitting down with her yesterday. I thought that she was wise, well beyond her years, very thoughtful, well-spoken young lady. She said she apologized to her teammates. She apologized to her coaches for, kind of losing her composure. But she also said, I guess she's not going to overcorrect the wheel, so to speak, and she's still going to play with the same fire and tenacity, which I think LSU, kind of needs. Kate Cabral has made progress, but LSU is still kind of missing, and Amaya Joyner is doing, doing a good job there too. But I think they kind of need some of that nastiness in the paint. And, Knox has made a lot of plays all year. I think that when LSU kind of made a run at South Carolina in the third quarter, she was part of that. Her and Bella Hines and Zakiya Johnson, 3 freshmen that have really contributed a lot to the team, and that says a lot in today's modern college basketball, where with the transfer portal and the free agents, so to speak, it's harder for a freshman to make an immediate impact. So, I'm super impressed with her. I mean, obviously, it appeared that she was suspended on Sunday against Missouri. Coach Mulkey didn't come out and say that, but when you've played in 26 games and started 11 and you don't see the floor in a 53-point blowout, it seems that was discipline. So I'm guessing, I didn't ask her point blank, but I'm guessing she'll be back on the floor against Tennessee tomorrow afternoon. Very strange 5 o'clock tip-off. But, I think Grace was very mature and accountable, and took accountability for her actions, and said that made LSU look bad, and I'm sorry for that. And I think the people that have watched the interview, the sit down we did with her, were very impressed with her interview and her answers. I know I certainly was. I enjoyed it a lot.
And you talk about LSU women's basketball and their game tomorrow. On Thursday will be senior night. I know it's an odd time for a tip, but you've covered a lot of LSU women's basketball, a lot of polarizing athletes from that sport, whether it be Simone Augustus, Sylvia Fowles, you had Angel Reese. Where does Flau'jae Johnson rank on the list of kind of the most polarizing athletes that have been a part of LSU women's basketball, LSU in general?
Well, she certainly plays in an era where there's more media, there's more exposure than any other time. When Simone and Sylvia played, that was a surgence of basketball when they had Candace Parker and some of these players who started to break through and started to make the women's game more popular. I know certainly around here it dipped for a number of years, and then when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese went head-to-head in the national championship game that LSU won, and then the next year in the Elite Eight, the game Iowa won, then the game really started to explode in terms of popularity, the amount of viewers. And what always struck me is that I know it's a national championship game, but the LSU Iowa national championship game had more viewers than the LSU Alabama football game that the Tigers won in overtime when Mason Taylor caught the ball from Jaden Daniels. So everybody watched that game, right? And so I think that Flau'jae is very, very interesting in the terms of her popularity as a musician. It's, I think, in our day when you're warming up, you got Guns N' Roses playing, or Michael Jackson, or Prince, or Bon Jovi, whatever. To think that when LSU's warming up, the Flau'jae Johnson song is playing, one of their teammates' songs, that's certainly new era. I think everyone gravitates to Flau'jae. I think she does an amazing job connecting with fans and making herself available for pictures and autographs. As you heard Coach Mulkey say the other day, we've heard it a million times, relentless worker, perhaps one of the 2 players in Mulkey's history that she's had to tell, hey, put the basketball down, stop working, you're going to burn yourself out. Her story about her father who was murdered while her mother was pregnant. I mean, it's being on America's Got Talent at 12 years old. I mean, she's a tremendous player, obviously. I mean, her ability to drive to the hoop, the pretty drive she has, the pretty layups, her outside shooting, and the fact she won a national championship as a freshman. I mean, her legacy in LSU history is very secure. You'd like to see her, go out on top again. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. I was thinking a guy very well, Mike Matuk. He won a national championship his freshman year and didn't get back. So sometimes that happens, but hopefully she makes a run at another title. And no slight to Amaya Joyner, who's a senior, but she's only been here 1 year. Flau'jae is what's making women's basketball as popular as it's ever been. In the men's game, the players are in and out in 1 year. She's been here 4 years. It gives you the ability to connect with the players get to know them a little bit. You know, Michaela Williams, same thing. She'll be back for her senior year next year, I'm assuming. So, I think it's going to be a standing ovation. Once again, a funky tip-off at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to have to leave work early to make it to the senior ceremony, which I guess will be around 4:45 or thereabouts. But I hope there's a big crowd there. And obviously, they're going to host the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. So Flagey will be back on that floor, but it'll be a different setting, an NCAA setting, which is a bit different than the more partisan, obviously, LSU home game.
And then to LSU baseball, obviously they drop a game last night to McNeese. Nothing too specific about the game, but do you ever think we'll be able to not overreact to a midweek loss?
I think the season ticket holder who's been up in the stands for 20, 30, 40 years is smart enough to understand what happens. I mean, just some simplistic math. Before the year, I just sat down and I did the records of the 8 national championship teams at LSU. It's 54 wins and 16 losses. Even if you're the best in the sport, you're going to lose an average of 16 times a year. Now, obviously, you want most of those wins to be in SEC play when you're playing, you know, the heavyweights of the sport. You don't want to lose too many non-conference games, but this happens. I think baseball is a horrific sport for people on Twitter who are tremendously reactionary, tremendously in the moment, tremendously, I want to go viral today with a hot take. You have to just sit back and let it digest and let it go. I mean, and obviously, LSU's way ahead of schedule in terms of they won their first 8 games, they lost 1. Okay, so they got 10-run ruled by Northwestern State last year, late in the year. I remember what year was it? 2 years ago, or they lost to Stony Brook. Or oh my God, we lost to Stony Brook. You know, catastrophe. I mean, I think most people who understand baseball know that it's the one sport that when you're a powerhouse, you can lose to a team that doesn't have great name recognition, and it's not like football, just run over the other team, and basketball sometimes when you can simply out-talent people. Quirky things happen, and, you know, I didn't get a great night's sleep last night, but I know Jay Johnson slept even less than I did. So even if it's no reason to panic, I know that he, you know, I've asked him numerous times because that's been a hot topic, or it's been something we always debate about, you know, do midweek games matter? And he rolls his eyes. Oh, they matter. And he goes, if I lose one, I'm staring at the moon at 2 a.m. So Jay was staring at the moon at 2 a.m. last night. So, yeah, I'm sure they'll bounce back and they'll learn from who pitched and who didn't do well and so forth. But yeah, I real quick, way back when, I think when LSU started 19-0, Skip Bertman was the head coach. It's a famous WAFB story. There was an intern working with us at the time. LSU finally lost the game. They sent the intern out to interview Skip Bertman, and the intern said something like, well, Coach, I know that you've got to be heartbroken and devastated about your undefeated start coming to an end. And Skip was just like, ooh, yeah. Oh, I couldn't sleep last night. Oh, I was devastated. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Hey, kid, it's a baseball game. It's not a football game, okay? You know, so it'll be okay. It'll be all right. The sun is out today. It's a bit warmer than it should be. The green grass is starting to sprout, and LSU will be fine.
And on the LSU softball side, they've gotten a couple of wins over some in-state teams, but there was a rough weekend. I believe it was in Clearwater was where they played, and they had a rough go. What are some of your thoughts on the softball side?
Well, that's obviously not what they wanted. They played 5 games in Clearwater 2 weekends ago. I think pretty much every team was ranked. And look, I credit LSU for doing that. You know, a lot of the teams at LSU do not play with, you know, challenging non-conference slates, and they don't want to expose themselves and, you know, put themselves under the microscope and have some early season, you know, struggles. They went out. They had some struggles. I think they lost to Duke. They had a real rough game against UCLA. Lost the game to Central Florida. They did win 1 game against Oklahoma State, who's a ranked opponent. And this past weekend, they won all 3 of their games, yet it was, I don't want to say underwhelming, but you're playing Howard on Sunday, and I just expected that they would score a lot of runs, and they only won 1-0. The Raging Cajuns are not what they were in the past, and you went 10 innings to beat them 2-1, and then I think there was a 5-4 win over Michigan State. I think they played Michigan State maybe twice too, so they won all their games, but it was a lot of one-run stuff. So you just have maybe some concerns about once you step into the ring to start. I think they start SEC play at Tennessee. Nobody in the SEC threw a parade when Oklahoma and Texas were added to the league. So your SEC is as tough as it's ever been. I hope LSU's got the pitching to make it through and score enough runs. But last night, 9-3, and then last week they did the same against South Alabama in their midweek game. So, we'll see what happens. We're March the 1st is coming up on Sunday, and then we move the clocks ahead, and we get more daylight coming up on March 8th. So we're really starting to move into the spring and bat and ball season. Really moving to the forefront. But obviously, we've got March Madness with LSU women's basketball, all the high schools playing. There's a lot going on this time of year.
That's for sure. I know you're a busy man, so we'll let you get back to it. I know y'all have some exciting stuff going on around WFB right now, especially with all that's going on and some high school football, the Player of the Year announcement coming up. What all do y'all have?
Yeah, we're going to announce our WAFB High School Football Player of the Year on Thursday at 7 p.m. It's a streaming show. Log on to WAFB.com or Roku. It's a 1-hour show. We're going to showcase our 9 finalists, and then we'll name our winner. And then I think it's going to air on WAFB on Saturday morning, if I'm not mistaken. But 7 o'clock on Thursday night, you can watch it there. If you're an LSU baseball fan, certainly John Eads, follow him on Twitter. He's got you covered backwards and forwards. He went to Jacksonville. The guy covered the LSU Nichols game the other night, and he hops in the car and drives to Jacksonville, gets there at 3:34 in the morning, and then covers 3 games over there and then drives back. So he's hustling. Kevin Baptiste is hustling with all of our Southern coverage right now, and got a great team. We even have a great intern, Jonathan Salazar, who's done an amazing job for us so far. He's probably one of the best interns we've ever had. He's like a fourth sports guy at the moment, so we're happy to have him. And what the hell is going on over there?
Christian has no decorum whatsoever, just blew his nose.
I thought that's what that sounded like, but
he struggles whenever he gets sick, and he doesn't know how to handle it like an adult. So
yeah. Well, you got to get the bad stuff out.
That's
so Christian,
right.
Get the bad stuff out.
As you're speaking about your great intern, we have ours blowing his nose actively into the microphone. So we'll trade you. If we could take Salazar, you can have Cowley.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we might have to throw in a Ron Riggs and an intern to be determined later, maybe.
Yeah, first round pick, 2 first round picks.
That's right. Ron is a first round pick wherever you are.
Hey, Ron, how'd it go today? Went great.
Great.
So, Ron, a man of few words, but
right.
Also a great intern in WAP history. So, and if you want to see the Grace Knox interview, WAP.com or on our YouTube channel. And that's good for now.
Yep, we appreciate you, JD, for making some time for us. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
Director over there at WAFB, where he is working his tail off. There's a lot going on. Just asked him about football, women's basketball, baseball, softball, high school football.
Get up, walk around, eat some chips, blow your nose.
The Fritos were pretty fire.
He took the last fucking bag of Fritos. Because you know what? I came in today thinking there's one bag of Fritos left. Because I know there's 2 in each box. Right? I had one on Sunday. Me and Christian both had one yesterday. I was like, as soon as the show is over, I'm getting me a bag of fucking Fritos. Well, and I knew as soon as he put his grimy little fucking hand in that box, he was coming out with a bag of Fritos. Little asshole.
The chips weren't that big of a deal. You were over in the corner and you were being quiet.
Well, I thought Lloyd had muted the mic, so I was like, well, the mics were not muted.
No, I just didn't think of the audacity, the unmitigated gall. Like, you just step out, I
mean, I was slowly just like, it was going to drool out of my nose.
I know, but if you just could have done it out there.
Yeah.
We're learning. We're getting better.
As Fawn says, in the chat there. I'm not going to read it, but Fonz is letting you know in the chat.
Yeah, Fonz, you need to quit complaining about the microphones. I get it's a problem. But...
Well, you just blew your nose into it.
Yeah, but
and my microphone was over
right
here
there.
also.
Yeah, but I got to get it out, just like JD said. Shout out JD for having my back.
Got to get the bad stuff out. There you go. But we appreciate JD making some time for us. And he brought up John Eads. John Eads will be in here Friday previewing LSU baseball this weekend. We'll also have Jason Armstrong tomorrow previewing LSU baseball as well. Always fun talking to those guys, getting you ready and getting you through LSU baseball season. Another 2 claps this morning. Jacques brought up Northwestern State baseball. This one's not in the document, but it reminded me of last night. A young man named Jacob LeBlanc started for the Demons on the mound. A Central High School graduate. Actually, was he's one of Max's buddies. He was his age, but he was a kid at the summer camp that I worked at throughout high school, and he was a little jerk when he was a kid. But he's obviously grown into a much better young man. Got a good start for the Demons last night against Louisiana Tech. So shout out to him. Just thought about it when JD brought up Northwestern State and that loss last year. The run
lefty?
rule. Yeah. Shout out, redhead. But he's a good kid.
Redheads in Central.
I tell you what,
Y'all got lots of redheads.
Yeah. It's something in the water. I'm telling you.
Something.
Yeah, what the heck's going on?
I don't know.
Nice little town.
See, Lloyd was surprised that he liked Central.
Not surprised. It just don't know. It feels like it's going to be country, and it's not that country.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Was
it's more industrious.
it was country. It's grown a lot over the last.
It happened.
It doesn't look very country, but when I walked in on Sunday and saw Billy and Gage, I was like, now those are 2 motherfuckers who live in Central.
Yeah.
Those guys are from Central.
Especially Billy. That's
Billy, yeah, I was
Gage
like, this guy.
Billy, I mean.
Yeah, this guy's never been to a big city in his
He
life.
got cow's hands. He's got a freaking grip. He's got big old bear claw.
Had a
hands.
knife on him.
He did
have a knife.
Tossed a knife
A
over.
massive
Big
belt
sunflower
buckle, bigger than
seeds.
my fucking face.
Big old belt buckle.
Yeah.
And you got to drink his spit.
That's as Central as it gets
so
right there.
disgusting, man.
Well, see, that's the thing
So gross.
about Central is we used to. There was one time when we were in high school where there was a mishap with the water, and there was brown water coming out of the faucets.
See, this is what I think of when I think of Central.
And
Yeah.
the water fountains. So we always talk about Central stuff. They drink that brown water.
Uh-huh.
You can't worry about it. But no, it's gotten much more city over the last handful of
No
years.
more brown water.
But speaking of Central, if you're around on Friday, we got a playoff game 6 p.m. Friday night. Central High School basketball versus West Washita, making their way down from North Louisiana to face off with the Wildcats
During the LSU game.
I know.
Unfortunate timing. You would think
It is.
the Louisiana, what is it, the LHSAA?
LHSAA.
Would have a little...
Some awareness.
Some awareness. Like, let's not schedule this during important events like
No.
LSU versus Dartmouth.
I know. I completely agree.
LHSAA is tough.
LHSAA is tough.
I guess you can't. You're a coach. You can't bet. Odd birds over there.
But I tell you what, they from a standpoint of how they handle with coaches and officials, when we've gone out of state to play in games, we really are lucky with kind of the way that it gets handled here from high school sports. Like it's much worse a lot of other places.
Really?
So shout out. Carl Dunn shouting out David's mobile station. It is fire. But we appreciate all of you hanging out with us here this morning. I did want to talk a little bit about women's basketball tomorrow. Just like Joe Schwartz said yesterday, get out there. Make sure you get into the PMAC because it will be Flau'jae Johnson's senior night. And like you heard Jacques talk about it, I think you're going to see 4 up in the rafters at some point.
Really?
Just with she's got a ring, right? Was a big part of that national championship team as a freshman. In her career, right, her 4 years at LSU, national championship, Final Four, Elite Eight. Or is that it?
Wait, did they go back?
No. It was
Final
national
Four?
championship, Elite Eight, Elite
Elite
Eight. And then obviously this season in front of them with high expectations. I mean, if they make another Elite Eight or further run,
And she's
one of the best 4-year runs of women's
Right.
basketball.
This season ends has any bearing on it? Like if they, God forbid, were to go out early, do you think that?
I think maybe. But probably not. I think when you look at it in totality, she's top 10 in all of the
Everything.
major categories in LSU history. Has a national championship. Has made 2 Elite 8 runs. But I do think this season, this is the first time you look at the team and go, it's hers. You know what I mean? Like in those other 3 years, Angel, Anissa, right? You've had these other stars, top 10 WNBA draft picks that have been on the roster. So I do think this season has a little bit different because it's Flau'jae Johnson's team. But I just when you sit back and you think about the 2 names that are up there now with Fowles and Augustus, Flau'jae's name is right in all the record books with theirs. And one of the best stretches in women's basketball history is the 4-year career of Flau'jae Johnson, especially with what's in front of them this offseason. So I'm excited to see how far they go, obviously, and it's been awesome watching Flau'jae's career, and it has flown by. Like, feels like just yesterday was the national championship as a freshman, and now it's the senior night with the last postseason run in front of LSU. So we'll see what it looks like moving forward, but we appreciate all of you getting in here this morning. We will take a quick break here and come back and close it out here on this Wednesday morning live from our Southern Regional Medical Center studios.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Martin on the go deli.
Gomart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back as we are live here on this Wednesday morning. Also could be our fault last night's loss because we didn't watch party it. We obviously watched party 2 games, no, technically 3 games, including mic'd up on Friday. This past weekend, and LSU was undefeated with those watch parties, and maybe they just got too accustomed to the Tingle & Co. watch party, a beautiful national anthem, shirtless men in the elevator, the licking of the whiteboard, and those sorts of things. And we let them down. That's on us. Because watch parties are back, officially. Hunter Hall and the streets are saying watch parties have returned after not winning one all through football season, losing a women's basketball watch party, but now getting 2 wins with baseball. They'll have to return, and I think the next time LSU is on the road would be
next week against ULL.
Next week against UL. Yep, ULL when they face off in Lafayette. I know Poge is trying to get into the stands for that one.
And I saw those people that covered the ULL got mad at the umpire because during a challenge he called it ULL. It's like it's Louisiana.
Yeah.
He called it Lafayette.
He called it Lafayette.
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all, how are your antennas up this much about that?
It's crazy. It really is so...
Like, to go into and clip because he did it twice. It was intentional.
So focused on the
because
wrong
your
thing.
name is Lafayette.
Yeah.
Like, it's intentional.
I'm looking at it right now on LSUsports.net with the baseball schedule, and that says LSU at Ragin' Cajuns against UL Lafayette. It is the University of Louisiana
At Lafayette.
at Lafayette. Yeah. Just like in Monroe, there's the University of Louisiana at Monroe.
I grew up saying ULL because of NCAA 12 and 14 having ULL.
Well, they have recently shifted it towards their branding being Louisiana, and it's a hill that they want to die on. Is that it's Louisiana?
Yeah, they just claimed it.
Yeah, and they
It's such an.
My grandfather still calls it USL to this day.
Right.
Yeah, my grandpa does too.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
like
That's funny.
it's like it didn't. It's not UL. It's not UL. It's USL. And I was like,
Yeah.
Papa, you're right.
Yeah.
It definitely ain't Louisiana, because Louisiana is the state university. It's the flagship, and it's right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
You can call yourself, like, I don't really care what you call yourself.
But
like, how are you going to tell me I'm not allowed to say that you're ULL? You're ULL.
It is.
And why is this such this is the point of contention?
Yeah.
This is what we're worried about. Like LSU softball, like Jacques said, it wasn't a good game, but beat the University of Louisiana Lafayette last weekend in 11 innings or whatever. And the first thing that the Ragin' Cajuns on Twitter are the ones that, because they're not all like I never and still don't have a problem with the university, with the Cajuns. Like I've rooted for them in games, but it's just this. It's this segment of them on social media.
It's the same thing
really
the Tulane
so sad.
people do. The Tulane people were doing the same thing whenever
And so,
Tulane made the playoff, LSU did.
but that'll be the next away game, and then I think they're going on the road to Nashville to face Vandy. So that'll be the next time we have a watch party. We need to improve the challenge system. We need to bring the wheel back. Mm-hmm. Because we were kind of figuring them out on the fly. We had the lock yourself in the bathroom, lock yourself in the elevator,
Drink, spit.
stick
tough.
Cheetos in your nose, lick
Eat
the
'em.
board, eat a card, which was just kind of random. There was no reason. We just ate.
That wasn't even a
card.
punishment.
Wasn't
That
even
was
a punishment.
just y'all were just
for
pulling
fun.
cards.
We're just boys being boys.
Got
Just
hungry.
but Wyatt, you had a handful of ideas, and we're gonna let the chat get their 2
All right, well,
cents in.
I had 2 ideas.
2 ideas, and the
Right.
chat. If y'all have challenge ideas, y'all can throw them in as well.
Okay.
And let us know your opinions on Wyatt's.
So the first idea I had, inspired by myself drinking the spit, I think everyone who comes to the watch party should have to bring a food item.
Okay.
And we put all of those items in a blender,
Oh.
and
Okay.
you drink that.
I don't
You have
hate
to-
that.
You have to drink that, right?
What are the chances it's good?
No, it's not going to be good.
0.
It's not going to be good.
Yeah,
Because
not
you
at
could
all.
bring anything.
You
like,
can bring anything you want.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good.
Fritos.
Yeah, you can bring Fritos. You could bring a tomato. You
Yeah.
could bring pickles. You can bring literally anything. It's going to be Nutella. Like, it's
Yeah.
going to be disgusting altogether. And then the second one I had.
Bottle of urine.
So we have an interesting setup, like, outside.
Yes.
Right here. I think if we could figure out a way to set up a camera in, like, this hallway, like, outside, I think we should make someone run a milk mile.
Ooh.
A milk mile's crazy.
Inside.
But it's doable.
Yeah. It's not
here.
doable. I would say it would be better for us to get the NDI and do it outdoors because someone's gonna vomit.
Yeah.
But I think we could set up trash cans out there.
Maybe.
Well, and you got to make it to the bathroom. It's right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's
it is
true.
right
The bathroom's
there.
right
It is
there,
right there.
too.
And it is a good setup. Like that is.
That's what I'm saying.
That's doable.
You can do that. You can run around in circles. We can do the math and figure out how many laps is a mile. We'll figure it out. We'll put trash cans out there. We can set up a camera. We can leave the door open so everybody can watch. Could you imagine we're watching the game and you just see someone just every once in a while just like
Shirtless.
shirtless run
Milk
past the
mile would
door?
be terrible for me to get.
Oh yeah, it might come out the other way.
Are you lactose intolerant?
lactose
Oh
intolerant.
yeah, we got to do it now.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that one either. I
I'm
don't
gonna
hate that
start
one either.
hating the watch parties.
And I think you got to do it in like 15.
Because I'm trying to remember what the old wheel was. I don't know if we could even find
We had
that.
the-
I think didn't y'all have a shock collar?
Yeah,
Shock
the
collar's
shock
good.
collar's
You
a
should
good
bring
one.
the shock
lick
collar
the
back.
battery.
We had lick the battery. You get one of those big, swear badges. You lick it, it'll shock you.
that's not that bad.
Oh really?
No, it's not bad. It's just fun.
It's just Lloyd
more
just
fun.
enjoyed it.
Yeah. It wasn't.
Well, we had you had to drink water off of a plate. So you get like a paper plate, like one of those.
Yeah.
You fill it up with water and you have to drink it.
Okay.
Without I'll probably get all over you. Shoe chug.
Yep.
Somebody's
contact.
shoe in the room. You pour your drink in. You have to drink it out the shoe.
That's good.
Find a contact.
Contacting your phone. Yep.
That was bad.
That was a good one.
and
that's
you
a tough
are
one.
forced to be promiscuous.
No, that was your choice.
That was your in a second language.
Hey, sorry, got to do this challenge thing. Had to call you. Like, no, you have to be.
No, yeah, somewhat interesting.
Me gusta shot collar y handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
This is crazy.
What's handcuffs in Spanish?
Tu eres bonita.
Handcuffs.
But yeah, no, we'll come up with some good ideas for the watch parties.
Esposas.
Because they're a good time. And if you missed them this past weekend, make sure you go check them out. And also tune in to the remainders.
See how like Gage said fish eyes. You could bring fish eyes.
You could bring fish eyes.
Put it
You
in
could.
the
I mean,
blender.
there's a lot of.
I was thinking about trying to find bull testicle.
a little
some
Rocky Mountain oyster.
Rocky
Put it
Mountain
in the-
oysters.
Put it in the blender.
Could
You ever had a Rocky Mountain oyster?
But I do know what they're called.
We
I
have-
didn't know that. But I think that's like the bit. Is like people don't know.
Yeah. You're like,
say
no,
Rocky
son,
Mountain.
you just
Yeah.
ate bull nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's 100%.
That could be a punishment on its own. Honestly, we don't even have to blend.
I heard
that
they're not
up.
bad though.
Well, I
I
don't.
would-
If
They're deep
some
fried.
culture is eating it, I'm sure it's not that bad.
You're not supposed to eat brains anymore.
I didn't know
That's
you were ever
propaganda.
eating brains.
That's
I'm not.
Okay.
But it's like different countries, like you said. There was some deal. It's Chef Donnie went over to somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like a delicacy, but then they have like listeria, and you can
Brains?
You can
Really?
Yeah, you can get like you can go mad.
Crazy. Yeah.
which
Maybe it
would
just
be-
wasn't cooked right.
What if Rohan gets the milk mile? That would be
Fuck
bad.
You wouldn't
I
do it.
don't think he.
No, he
I don't
wouldn't
think
do
Roe. I think Roe is probably immune to most of
Yeah, I
these.
was gonna say I don't think we can punish Roe.
I think Roe would want to be.
We'll
But
see.
the way
He
how
would-
bought in he was when we were talking about it the other day, where he was like pissed off that he wasn't here.
Right. I think
Yeah.
he wants to see it.
I think he
Of
just wants to
course.
hang out,
He
and
does
I think
want witness.
Lloyd texted me yesterday like he is entertained by us,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
which is very interesting. But I think I don't think he wants to do the punishments.
no,
he called
he
me-
wants to go to the circus, not be in it.
He
Yes,
called
exactly.
me one day and was like, "Y'all got something special over there," and I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Just the people."
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're not wrong. We do have quite the crew that we've put together.
There's a little bit of uniqueness.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, it
it's a
started
little
with
bit.
Christian. And
Started?
Yeah, just the additions that he was seeing.
Well, I would say it started with Lloyd.
Oh yeah, sure.
You are the leader of the
Your
Freak
daddy.
show.
yeah.
A special voice.
And then Christian came along, but Christian was normal at first.
He was.
He was like he started
Really?
off normal.
See, I hate that.
Felt like I had to be normal. Though.
Yeah. Like if you go back and watch the first time we did a after fall camp practice report, it was me and Christian sitting in the chairs. First off, jarring look in these old chairs we had. They were bigger than these. Christian was smaller than he is now. He did not even fill half the chair.
I still wouldn't.
And
to
it
be
was
fair.
and it was such the
And it was a bad look because Noah obviously fills the
no
entire
obviously
chair.
fills the whole chair up.
Right. So little old me being I guess I was 125 then. I'm 140 now.
There you go.
But like, still 15 pounds would not have me filling those chairs. These
No,
are
they were big
wide
chairs. But it was just funny. And he was just so quiet. And then his first take was, so Malachi Lane, this number 30.
No,
running
that
back.
was when you sent me on my own. That was later. But that was
Christian
my first on my
I
own
couldn't
team.
make it to practice, so I sent Christian there to like cover fall camp, take some notes, and bring back a practice report. He sits there and he goes, so one of my key takeaways, I was watching the running backs, and there's the one that caught my eye was number 30, who ultimately is Malachi Lane. No disrespect to Malachi Lane.
You have to understand though, the running back room then was smaller. So when I saw Malachi Lane, I was like, well, who the fuck is that? Because he's the senior walk-on that's been in the weight program for 4 years. Now, clearly he's not good, but
No, we don't know that.
I didn't know that.
He never got the opportunity.
He passed the eye
Probably
test.
coaching.
So
It was funny because we were like, well, clearly we're not going to talk about this.
Looks like we're going to have to turn the page to the next topic.
What else did you notice?
And then-
That's it. That was like,
So maybe not Nussmeier or
big thing, yeah.
Perkins or the transfers or
well, it was a dead day at practice, but also
What year was this?
last
This was last year's team?
last spring.
But Noah also made a bet with me saying that Malachi Lane wasn't going to see a single snap that year because I had said that. And sure enough,
he got a snap.
guess who fucking got a snap?
How many snaps was it? Like
I
4?
was yet to pay up. I don't know what we bet on, but should have sucked me or something.
I can't believe you thought Christian was normal for a while.
Christian was normal at first. He
That's
was normal
crazy.
at first.
Was I ever normal? I think I'm the same as
I think
that I was in the same
I think
as
you've been
when
the
I
same
came
the whole
in.
time.
Yeah.
It was Omaha that really flipped the switch and opened
yeah.
Chrissy up.
Whoa. What?
yeah, what?
What?
No, I was. No, it was before.
Yeah, you were
then.
goofing.
It was before then because we did the watch parties.
Yeah,
The
but
shot
still,
callers and the
yeah, but
Christian
still,
mingle and the-
still, I just,
Yeah, it's been just time.
yeah, it's time, overtime.
Just time.
Overtime. But yeah, we've got quite the crew that's come together here at Tingle Co. We appreciate all of you.
And Rohan. loves us.
Gage, put milk in your shoes and wear them the whole game.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like that.
that's diabolical.
Well, you can't watch the game. Can't be in here.
That's horrible.
Put a
Just
rock
your
in your
feet-
shoe and run a mile.
Legos in your shoes into the mile.
Oh, that's dude. Y'all
We're
are.
doing a lot of cardio here. At
Force
Tingle Co.
yourself to yak while you wait for the next inning. Like you have to
Gag yourself
Yeah, you have to yak.
during the
That would be
commercial
easy.
break.
Pee yourself. That's a good one. Piss dog.
Piss Dog.
Taste dog.
Best clip ever. Have you ever seen Piss Dog? Oh my god.
Your people.
It's Barstool.
It's genuinely really
so
funny.
it's Big Cat and what was it, Mark Schlereth? Mm-hmm. They're doing their spin the wheel, and it lands on Piss Dog, and it's because there was a story of Mark Schlereth pissing himself during a football game, and he goes, and Big Cat goes, "Oh, Piss Dog is where we have to piss our pants." Mark just starts laughing. Big Cat legitimately starts pissing his pants, and it's not like a little bit of piss.
They have a huge dip in.
Yeah,
also.
they just did Chaw Dogs, so they got freaking chew in their mouth, and then now he's literally like a massive
up
amount of piss
and just pees his
in
pants.
his pants. He starts dying laughing while he's
They-
pissing himself.
they-
He's going, "What are you, Mark? You're not a football guy anymore.
Yeah,
You're not a man."
What happened to you,
Football
Mark?
guy.
When me and my friends are going through YouTube videos or something trying to make each other laugh, that's usually my go-to, and I usually get laughs out of it.
That is incredible. No, that is incredible.
Dog is
I'm
excellent.
gonna go watch that.
That's absolutely excellent. Let's go 13 for 13 here on this this Wednesday
Dog.
morning. Close this thing out strong.
I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
I could tell something was up with you
My
over
chest
there,
hurts.
I get it all the time.
and then you go to the ER.
Yeah.
You have
Not
to
anymore,
breathe in
though.
a lot.
Good.
Try to stand up, because I read if you get it like right around here, like above your heart, a lot of times it's like you've been sitting down for too long.
Okay.
Which I feel like, Lloyd, you do sit down a lot.
I do. I have to.
Yeah, no.
I mean, look at that posture.
Because I feel like my chest is collapsing. It hurts.
Stand up and breathe in and out a little bit.
I'd rather just do this.
He did one time during this segment of the show fall out on the floor and have like
I
a
wish I was there for
spasm.
that. I remember
Oh,
that.
my
and I wasn't
back?
there.
Yes.
That was tough.
It was unbelievable.
This one's weirder.
Fuck.
Oh
I'm
gosh.
wearing my contacts today.
Flyers, Canucks.
Can Nucks.
Probably Philadelphia sports team. Oh, Expos, Canucks.
Oh, Merseyside, Kentucky.
What are these horse races?
Derbies.
Home run derby.
Maybe,
Roller
yeah,
derby.
And roller derby. Yeah.
Because
Let's go, guys.
Merseyside is soccer.
Yes.
Let's go, guys. Yeah.
Oklahoma State, Giants, Flyers, and Bengals. Orange and black sports teams.
Maybe. It could be. I think that might be right.
Yeah, it probably is.
That would be.
Because I think the rest of this is Canada.
Oh my God!
Orange and black team.
Nice.
There you go.
Good job, Christy.
Nice.
They called him a madman.
They did.
Y'all didn't believe me?
They doubted
Oh, this
me.
one, they're all orange and black, right?
It just seemed too easy. Like,
It just
That
can't
could
be. It's not worth
possibly,
making a category.
It just seemed
Yeah.
too stupid.
But here it was.
What is Youpie?
I don't know.
Youpie.
What was it?
What is
There-
Youpie?
there's an I in there,
associated
no?
with Montreal.
Could be a slur.
Is that not? That's an exclamation point, you fucking idiot.
No, there's an I in there, look.
That's an exclamation.
No, I know. I see what you're saying. There's also an I.
There's no,
Youpie.
okay, there's both.
Youpie.
Youpie.
Yes, it is bisexual.
Ah,
Yeah.
Courtney Cox, Liam Neeson.
Nice.
Dude.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh, she spells it weird.
He spelled, there's an E right there, yeah. Ugh.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner continued with his NFC team in 2022 before returning to his second Seattle stint. Oh, he
Skins?
played with
The Rams.
this was the Rams. He went back to Seattle, and then we went to the
Commanders
after.
didn't he?
Yeah. Out of Michigan, this German forward plays alongside his brother. This is Franz Wagner.
Franz.
Yep.
Yep. Older brother Mo Wagner. Billy Wagner
Nice.
made his final
And
All-Star.
we've had 3 Wagners. Bobby.
They
yeah.
have all been Wagners.
What
Yeah.
is it? What
It's
is that?
Wagner themed.
Is it German Day or something?
I don't know. Well,
Wagner
Bobby's
Day.
Wagner. Franz is Wagner, and I believe this one's Wagner as
Wagner
well.
Willie Day.
Wagner, yeah.
It's what?
Like your Willie Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's every day.
Jeff Landry just made the proclamation.
The proclamation.
He signed the bill.
Today is
Oh, no.
225 Day. Celebration.
I was CPR certified in 2018, so.
Imagine if Lloyd dies and
Christian's thug shaking.
Christian's thug shaking.
He would.
This is the Braves. Says Andrew Messina 6265.
He
Shout
does
out.
love the Braves.
Andrew Messina 6265. Stony Brook, Carol Wagner.
Uh-huh.
What is going on?
Yeah, what is
Something.
this?
Isn't
College
this in
university
New
that
York?
can be found in this eastern time zone state. Where is Stony Brook?
Isn't it New York?
I think it's New York.
New York.
And Wagner, obviously.
Concrete jungle, wet dream, tomato.
Who's the female singer in that song?
Nice.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
We talked about
I
this
know.
the other
Make
day.
sure y'all still remember.
McDonald's, you fat fucks.
Oh. I did
The
see
big
that.
arch.
It looks just like a Big Mac.
I
Like,
know.
It doesn't look
Changed
any
the
different.
cheese.
They changed what?
There's more. There's a different cheese and there's no middle bun, right?
Well, the middle bun's the fucking best part.
No,
They need the middle bun.
Did you see the CEO eat it?
No.
It's this is insane.
I don't even know about this. I'm
The
out
big
of the
arch?
loop. Yeah, I haven't seen the big arch.
I've seen it all. It's all over my For You page.
Don't smoke your own supply type deal. Doesn't like the McDonald's that he's eating because he owns it.
What is the big arch?
It's literally just a Big Mac, but like different.
We got lunch after this, boy.
It's
See, because I
got-
also don't do a Big Mac. I usually do a double quarter pounder.
I think it's more double quarter pounder. Than
It features
Big Mac.
2 quarter-pound patties, so it's a double quarter pounder with 3 slices of white cheddar, onions, pickles, and the new Big Arch sauce.
I'm thrilled.
So
It
there's
looks
a
like
new
it's got
sauce.
an everything bun also.
There's a
as
new
opposed
sauce.
to the standard
I'm going to do a
sesame seed.
tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch.
It's probably
He's
pretty
gonna eat
fucking
He's
So,
gonna eat this
here
for
we
his
go.
lunch.
First, holy cow.
Holy cow.
God,
So
that's
we're gonna
big
go get a big
burger.
arch after
We've
this?
got a very unique kind of sesame
bun.
poppy sort of bun on
Sesame
it.
poppy sort of
We've
bun.
got
We've
two
got 2
quarter-pound patties, a delicious
hear this?
Big Arch sauce,
I don't need to
and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this.
First of all, let's try to get this thing.
He doesn't want to take a
I
bite
don't even
of
know
it.
how to
No,
attack
of course he
it.
doesn't.
It's so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well.
It doesn't
See
look-
those
it
kind
doesn't
of
look
coming out?
bad.
livid.
All right.
Oh, and there's
moment of
crispy
truth.
onions.
See, but that makes me. I don't like that he's not happy about this because I would be ecstatic.
Oh,
That's
right.
that's such
That
a bad
is so
bite.
good.
Got you.
That's a
That's a
horrendous
big bite for a big
That's not a
arch.
big bite.
It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger,
Yes.
but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness,
some
but those crispy onions as well. Gives
Oh,
a
it is
nice
a high
texture. And
calorie
Of course,
offer.
we've got
Does
the
he,
pickles.
does
So
he take
One
another?
I'm going to enjoy the
1,065.
rest of my lunch.
Look, he doesn't even
but
eat. He
Big
takes one
Arch,
bite. He's gonna throw it in the
try it when
trash.
you get it.
Yeah, he's not gonna
Chris
finish
K
this.
here.
Like that's
See,
such
yeah.
bad marketing.
That doesn't make me want to eat the big arch.
No.
If he
No.
had like hammered it down and eaten the whole
Yeah,
thing, I'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, this dude fucking knows ball.
See,
Like,
that's why McDonald's should do a brand deal with us because we would hammer down the big arch for the advertising.
100%.
Like, what, you want to tell you how good this is? Watch what I do to it in 30 seconds.
He got hammered in the comments.
Of course he did. That was
Yeah.
bad marketing.
It was not good.
Tingle & Co. will market you better, McDonald's, I promise. 1,057 calories.
Yeah, it's too much. That's like 2/3 of
What's in the
my
big
day
arch?
right now.
What's in Big Arch's sauce?
Kendra Lust commented.
Talk about a big arch.
What'd she say?
She said vomit face.
What's Kendra Lust doing
And
nowadays?
somebody
How gross
said,
something is.
"Oh, come on now. We've seen what you put in your mouth."
Yeah,
It's
literally.
fair.
She set yourself up
Fair.
for that.
Yeah.
The Big Arch sauce is a tangy mustard-forward condiment featuring a
Oh.
blend of tomato puree. What type
Ketchup?
of seed oil is that? Water, spirit vinegar, sugar, egg yolk, mustard flour, modified maize starch, spices, salt, lemon juice concentrate, and xanthan gum.
Xanthan
It is
gum.
described as having a sharper, more vinegar-forward, and less sweet profile than the traditional Big Mac sauce.
It's probably not bad.
He made it look bad. Chris K
Terrible
here.
for you.
Yeah. I don't know. Does it have onions on it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the onions are the best part of the Big Mac. The
I
little
see. I go
diced
no
up
onions on everything.
That's insane. I love the diced onions.
What's the answer to this?
I don't
Who
know.
is this? The Junior High Years, Good Morning, Miss Bliss was the name of the first season of this famous teen sitcom that ran from.
Wasn't alive.
The chat say. Hey, chat. Any idea?
Is it Lost? No, Gage.
No, it's definitely it's not lost.
It's gauged. You almost just got gauged.
Lloyd, what year were you born?
92.
Okay. So you were alive but not sentient.
Yeah, it's
Same today.
Yeah, pretty much.
barely alive.
Definitely not sentient.
You need the big arch.
You need the big arch. That's what you need. That will make you feel better.
No, that might end you.
If we give you
I don't think I can. I don't
The
think I
big
can-
arch might we might
Yeah.
actually kill him.
What's going on? I don't like it though.
I'm not a big fan of it either, I don't think. You need to be able to crack your back. Let's go to the next. Let's go to movies. We'll just skip television for now. See if we can get the movies. Sam Rockwell, Woody Harrelson, and Peter Dinklage was the most outstanding cast screen actors Guild Award.
La La Land.
What movie is this?
Peter Dinklage is the small boy.
Yes.
Yes.
We obviously know Woody Harrelson and Sam Rockwell. Frances McDormand
I don't know who's
is
Sam
the woman from she was in Burn After Reading.
Oh, nice.
Fargo. I just watched Fargo for the first time.
The original?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It was good.
Good.
It is.
I had never seen it, so I went back.
Yeah,
and watched it, 'cause she's
interesting.
in that one too.
Yeah.
Great act. The accent is
Okay then.
that top dude. The way they speak.
Oh,
The
jeez.
dialogue in that is excellent because it's just
I'll
the way
put
they
you in a
talk.
wood chipper out.
Where are they from?
Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, so they're
Basi-
American?
Yeah, but it sounds very Canadian.
Oh yeah, I guess. that's
Okay
true,
then.
yeah.
And
Oh,
dude, the
gee-
way
oh
they-
jeez.
The
Oh
jeez.
jeez. Get a
Oh,
couple.
sorry there.
Yes.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like that.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
It's kind of Canadian.
She was headed back from some town. I forgot what the town was called. She was like, "Oh, I'm headed over to
Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls."
That's good.
Dude, it was like it just kept making me laugh, and I was like, "This is actually like kind of serious." But I think that's the beauty of the movie is like it's serious because like people are like dying.
That's funny.
And it's the dad from Shameless.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah. There's.
Oh yeah. I don't
He's
know
like
his
the main
name.
character. outside of her?
The three billboards.
Oh, yeah. That is.
She's crazy in that movie, too.
Yeah. 3 billboards outside of, what's it called? What's the city?
Missouri. Ebbing, Missouri.
Ebbing, Missouri. Featuring T-Pain, this artist's hit song, Kiss Kiss, finished on the Billboard End of Year Hot 100 in 2007 and 2008. Something about Ebbing, Missouri.
Seen it. Good.
I haven't seen that one. It's this, but that's the same people that did
Fargo.
Fargo and what was the one in Ireland, the Irish one? What was that movie with Colin Farrell was in it? Do you remember? Me and you watched it, and we didn't watch it together. We watched it separate and talked about it because we thought it was hilarious. Banshees, the Banshees of what was it? I don't remember what it was called. The Banshees of Inisherin.
I don't know if I've seen that.
You have. We talked about it. This one. You haven't seen that? I could have swore me and you sat there and spoke about it.
We talked. That did happen when we both watched the same movie on the same night on accident. Like we didn't plan it.
I know.
But I don't think
Thought it was that one.
What's the name of this?
So, we've got 4,000 different.
Is this Chris Brown?
Chris Brown, Mariah Carey, Shania Twain, and Rihanna.
It is Chris Brown.
Or Rihanna hit her. Yeah, so it is Chris Brown. Nice, Fonz. What an interesting way to single them out.
Oh, I just got it. I was like, who's Rihanna hit her?
Chris Brown.
Yeah, I get it now. Shout out Fonz.
Do we need to schedule you a doctor's appointment?
No, I need to take a nap.
Yeah, that'll fix it.
It usually does.
Yep.
Something bad is happening.
We're gonna go big arch, so
Yeah, you can.
you need to go. I guess big arch in the bed.
Oh.
That's usually what happens when I wake up.
You wake up like that?
In the bed.
You wake up arched.
Yeah.
Cracked?
And then I go to the toilet and then I have to like lean over and pee.
Oh, because you have your little boner?
Yeah. Yes, I'm
It
hard,
points
like
down.
a little plank. Yeah, but I still have to do like one of these.
See, you know what's crazy about being fat is my dick doesn't ever like point up.
Yeah.
Because like I have that layer of fat around it,
that
so
sucks.
it just goes straight.
We'll just be like.
I can't waistband a boner.
Ah.
See, that
Yeah.
hurts me because it.
Yeah.
Why?
And for
End the show.
your morning wood pee, you can just pee in the shower.
See, I don't take a shower
Well-
before the show. I take it after.
Well, no, then you just run the shower.
So you're just pissing in
that's
the
what I did-
shower
see-
without showering.
See, that's what I did freshman year in the dorm because somebody would be using the bathroom and I would have to pee. So I'd be like, all right, well, turn the shower on, pee in the drain.
It seems so much more efficient to just pee in the toilet if you're not gonna shower. Why would you pee in the shower if you're not gonna shower?
I understand. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I
don't have
purposely
to-
hold my pee before I get in the shower so I get in the shower and I can pee in the drain. And then, like, the water's, like,
Okay.
yellow.
Yeah. And then
Then he waffle stomps.
Waffle stomps.
All right. Good show.
We appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow morning.